Hi, I'm Tony Van Veen, CEO of Discmakers. I want to talk to you today about how the royalties Spotify is paying you for your music streams should be 33% higher than it actually is. Because it indicates there's something really broken about the current streaming model. I want to start by saying that it's certainly easy to hate on Spotify because it's impossible for today's independent artists to pay the bills from their streaming royalties. And it's Spotify who started this whole streaming ball rolling. However, Spotify already pays out well over 60% of its revenues to rights holders. That's a big chunk, and it's actually not making a profit as a company. There frankly is not much more that it can pay and also hope to be a viable business. At an average per stream payout of about 0.3 of a penny today, even if Spotify were to pay out 100% of its revenues to rights holders, which it clearly can't do, its average payout would only go up to 0.5 penny per stream, which clearly is still not enough to pay the bills for an independent artist. As I said, the model is broken. Check this out. Spotify charges a typical single subscriber $10 a month today. The same amount it charged a subscriber when they launched way back in the US in 2011. That's a great value for all of us who are paying Spotify subscribers. But I know there's been inflation in the past 12 years, so $1 in 2011 was worth more than $1 today. So I Googled it, and indeed, if you take inflation into account, $1 in 2011 is worth $1.33 today in 2023. Now, I don't know about you, but my expenses have gone up quite a bit in the past 12 years, and yet Spotify charges the same. More importantly, its royalty payouts to you and to me are also still based on a $10 per month subscription. If Spotify's subscription fee had just kept pace with inflation, subscribers would be paying $13.30 per month today. And our royalty payouts would also be 33% higher than they are today. 33% higher. But they're not. So, since I run a CD manufacturing company, I thought, let me look at what happened to CD prices over the past 12 years. Did they go up by 33% along with the rate of inflation? To find out, I went to the Wayback Machine and dug up the Discmakers website pricing in 2011 for a few popular products and quantities. On the chart, I will show you pricing for the following popular products: 1,000 CDs in digipacks, 1,000 in eco-wallets, 300 CDs in jewel cases, and 100 CDs in jackets, some of our most popular offerings. And the columns will represent the original 2011 price, the inflation-adjusted 2011 price. In other words, what would the original price cost if we multiplied it by 1.33, the inflation rate since 2011, and then the actual current 2023 entry-level price for each package. And finally, I'll calculate on an inflation-adjusted basis how much more or less a CD costs today than in 2011. You ready? Here we go. 1,000 CDs in digipacks cost $990 to manufacture in 2011. Inflation adjusted, basically $990 times 1.33, that is $1,329. What's the actual 2023 starting price? $1,340. So pricing for CDs in digipacks basically kept up with inflation. Okay, if you're a stickler, these prices are 1% ahead of the inflation-adjusted 2011 price. Let's look at 1,000 discs and wallets. Original price, $990, inflation adjusted, $1,317. What is today's price? $1,090, actually 17% lower than the inflation adjusted 2011 price. That's a good deal for you eco-wallet buyers. 300 in jewel cases, $699 in 2011. Inflation adjusted, that would be $930 today. What's the current price? Wow, it's $629, even lower than the original 2011 price and 32% lower than the inflation-adjusted 2011 price. That's a great deal. And finally, 100 CDs in jackets, our entry-level package for many musicians. In 2011, they cost $229 to manufacture. Inflation-adjusted, that would be $305 today. And today's actual price? Drumroll please, $149. Amazing. CDs in jackets today cost 51% less in inflation-adjusted dollars than what they cost in 2011. What an incredible deal. How can we sell CDs for so much less today? Well, the good men and women of disc makers haven't exactly been sitting on our hands and doing nothing for these past 12 years. We're continually improving our processes, making our equipment more efficient, and passing the savings on to you. CD manufacturing is a competitive space, and we want to continue to earn your business. We also want you to be able to make a living from your music. CDs are one of the single best tools for you to do that. And keeping our prices low allows you to make a huge profit margin on every CD you sell. So, in fact, Spotify's price being down when comparing to inflation-adjusted dollars is bad for you because your royalty rate is also down, while CD prices being down benefits you because your profit margins are higher for every disc you sell. Now, back to Spotify. Their staff has grown, their rent and utilities have gone up, their expenses up. Why haven't they raised their subscription rates? Frankly, every streaming platform has been so focused on grabbing market share, they have all been afraid to raise prices out of fear that that might give the competition an advantage in acquiring new customers. Which is cool for me as a Spotify listener, but frankly, it has come completely at the expense of your royalty payments. Because if Spotify's subscription revenues had kept pace with inflation, they'd be 1/3 higher today. And so would your royalty payouts. And while that still wouldn't be enough to let you pay your bills from your streaming royalties, it would certainly be nice to have a bit extra in your quarterly royalty payment, wouldn't it? So as I wrap this up, I hope you see that badgering Spotify to raise their royalty rates is not going to get you very far. Their business model just doesn't have room for much of an increase. Instead, if you are serious about increasing your streaming royalty rates, go badger the DSPs, the digital service providers, aka the streaming platforms, to raise their subscription rates. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you next time.